shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they satin. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stop treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Yo, last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they satin. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stop treating them nice. Man, it's too early in the morning for this shit. But let's get it. Yeah. Ayy, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green.
the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Go to the fucking gym.
He's cheating on us! I'm scared!
Go to the fucking gym, or I'm coming over. Go.
Come on, man, move this thing!
I can't! It's a Geo!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, Beaches, Booches, Bustas, Hustlers, and Yo-Hos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you Beaches.
The fucking Catalina wine mix.
Hair just came out of a braid. Feeling good, getting ready for a nice, delicious meal post-episode. So let's get this show on the road because I got steak waiting for me and I cannot wait. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be delicious. Hope everyone's doing well out there. I know it's getting dark early, but I like a little Swole after dark now and again. This is a little bit later than I wanted to do the show today, but welcome, come one, come all. We got a great Monday episode for you. We have brand new releases. Let's give it up for that. That's what I'm talking about. Brand new releases. We'll get into that also.
A fucking can!
And some cool stuff for this week. So drop in the comments, what are you smashing today? And we will get into some of those awesome Swole fan posts. We got a couple things on a plate, so to speak, that we have to get into. And many more things. We're getting some questions also. And that's all going to be very, very exciting. Don't nobody go nowhere. A reminder that last week we had awesome new merch. Let it grow. Let it grow. And I got mine a few days ago. Did some videos with it. Broke it in a little bit. Man, this is a great design. So check it out, papaswolio.com. We got specials going on right now. Okay, if you want to join the Swole fam, awesome. We can talk about that later after we get into some of the other content. But brand new merch, 20% off. Check out papaswolio.com and make sure, like, yes, we're going to have awesome specials the entire holiday season. Shout out Xi Jinping. But I want to make sure that you guys get your orders in before some of these styles may fly off the digital shelves. Sometimes we have limitations with certain sizes and certain colors. Usually we have no stock issues. But also weather strikes, who knows? Civil war, who knows? Who knows? But the holiday season is coming, and if there's storms and shipping delays, if you want to get anyone a gift, that kind of thing, you want to get your orders in, now's a great time. It's before Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Black Swole Week, and then we have Christmas, and it gets all hectic. You want to get some shopping done early, or get yourself something nice like the Let It Grow shirt. Go check it out. papaswolio.com. Now, fam, let's get into that tip. Are you ready? I think you are. Let's get in there.
Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside.
All right, let's get into the first one. We got some awesome merch. Speaking of the Devereaux, we have, I can't read it backwards. This is from an Instagram story, so we appreciate the shout out and the tags. You can maybe freeze frame and flip it, but got a great go the fucking gym. Is that toxic green? It is. What a great style. And in the sauna, looks like an infrared sauna after a workout, I'm assuming. So definitely awesome. We love seeing the merch in the wild. But not only that, we love to see the merch in the wild in the gym. So Show me that you're in the fucking gym wearing your Swole merch. I want to see it. I love the gym shots. All right, fam. You know it. You hate it. You kind of love it. You're hesitant about it. You're nervous about it because you don't know what's going to be. It's time for Rate My Meal. Let's go. All right. Let's see what we got. What's on the plate? What's on the plate? What's on the plate? What's on the plate? Who knows? We're going to find out. Let's do it. Danny Brown. Danny B. Let's see what we got here. Is that a bowl? That looks like some sort of restaurant. That looks like something Thai, right? That looks like something from a Thai restaurant, or it's meat in a bowl, some broth. Looks like there's probably some noodles in there. I'm going to give this some gorillas. Yeah, I'm that's a pass. That looks certified Swole, Danny B. I see meat on there. I'm less concerned with whatever's around it. It makes me more confident that you're eating something good. If there's steak, if there's quality steak on a plate, I mean, I'm sure you got a good head on your shoulders. You're doing good. You're doing good. Let's move on. Let's not belabor someone who's crushing it. We're happy. We're happy. Here we go. Jason Burke. We got some eggs, hard-boiled eggs. We got some cheese. Man, it looks like you're eating leftovers, dude. You just like found stuff in the fridge. You just found shit in the fridge, didn't you?
What the fuck is that?
I'm just trolling a little bit. That looks like it's all cold. I don't know. I mean, I see a drumstick. That might be a chicken breast or chicken thigh of sorts. Looks like sausage, like split longwise. I didn't know you did that. I know that was possible. I never tried. We got 2 eggs and some random cheese. We got 3 like different styles of cheese, like the 3 last. It looks like you had a party platter. Did you bring this home from like a work function or like a barbecue? This looks like someone had like a barbecue and you brought home the leftovers or something. And then they had a party platter. It's Monday. So when do we do this? This looks like a Sunday barbecue or a potluck or something. I mean, it's something where people are bringing main dishes. Like, you got a lot of different taste profiles. So it looks like a large function. You went to a large function, or you had a large function or something like that, and they had a lot of things for a lot of different people. Like, it looks like leftovers. And it doesn't look, I mean, there's something eerily not appetizing. Like, I can taste the chicken drumstick cold. I can just taste that, you know, it's like, I know that taste. But it's good choices. Good choices. Good choices. Just a strange plate. I'm just analyzing the plate. I'm having fun here. So nothing wrong here, Jason. Of course, quality matters, but as you were, good man. That's a pass. That's a pass. We got meat. That's a plate of meat. There's no reason for that kind of a mix. That just looks like you're eating leftovers. And you took home the party platters. Nothing wrong with that either. Hey, it's protein, baby. Let's go. Michelle Vale, 42 grams of protein, but still a salad. All right, hold on, fam. Settle down.
We choose truth over facts.
All right. Michelle Vale, you're looking a little bit too confident in your profile picture. You're smiling a lot. 42 grams of protein, but still a salad. All right. Let's get in there. 42 grams of protein. That's from the... I don't know what kind of chicken that is, because that looks like the kind of chicken that you paint on the burn marks, the grill marks. I have to pull down my glasses so I get actual green. There's a lot of green under there. So it's chicken. What is that? Feta cheese. It's got to be feta. Girls and their fucking feta cheese. It's just, there's like some kind of like fetish with like, you girls and feta. And cranberries. What are we doing here? Your body is craving food. You're craving food. Do you realize? And look, there's worse things you can eat, Michelle. So not my cup of tea, but I'll give you this is why the clap. That's why it's a weak clap. That's kind of like all right, you know. It's kind of like someone went on stage and did a presentation. You're like, all right, like, okay. But in a different language, and you're just like, just clap a little bit. It's casual. You're like, oh yeah, okay, clap. And no one's, you're not winning member of the month. You're not winning plate of the month here. You're not. All right. You're not going to see this and rate my meal weekly. This is just kind of like a meh, wah, wah, that kind of sound. So let me tell you why you want meat, Michelle. All right. Let me tell you why you want some meat. This is why Michelle's craving some meat. She's craving a steak, and she's craving potatoes or rice. She's craving some honey and electrolytes too. I'll tell you why. This is just what I see here. All right. You want protein. Your body wants protein. And you obviously want fat because you're craving some cheese. Which is nothing wrong with the cheese, right? It's quality. Okay. But then you got the cranberries on there. So this makes me feel like, okay, you're dehydrated. You need more sodium. You need more potassium. But you need probably more sodium, right? You need more. You're dehydrated. And you want some protein and fat. And you steak. Okay, but you want some carbs, right? You probably need some sugar. So you're eating some cranberries on there. And the feta cheese is going to have salt. It's going to be salty. So that's like you're getting your salt fix. So you want steak, protein, fat, salt. You want some sweet. You want some carbs. So guess what? Make some white rice or some potatoes. There you go. There you go. If you need that. I'm just saying, desperate. Like that's what the body's wanting right there. But you're finding it in these weird things. But still a salad. I will say that at least it's 42, at least the protein. I will say at least she's eating cheese and chicken. So look, the chicken, the cheese. I'm just saying, usually what a lot of women really need more of is the fat, and they need more red meat. Women really need red meat tremendously. And organs and everything else. Like ladies, like for your hormones and just iron. Legit. Misa castrillon. Misa castrillon. That looks like something faux. That looks like some sort of, I don't know what you people are doing. I don't know what this is. It's like a soup.
What do you mean?
Is that faux or something? I'm sure it's fine. I don't mind those things. I'm seeing shrimp on there. So we got some sea chicken. I don't see the steak, some noodles. Again, it's the ingredients. So this will get maybe a pass. Depends. Like, what's it made with? Are you making it at home? Are you getting it somewhere? Is there filled with MSG? Is there other, right? What's in it? So again, this meal, we just always have to default. And I think I need to just put like an asterisk on everything, pending quality test, right? Pending quality ingredient test. So I want to make it clear that with a lot of these different foods, I'm not saying that, hey, that's bad. But I'm saying it doesn't, shrimp is hard to really, you get quality shrimp, you get bad shrimp, you get low quality vegetables, you get, noodles that are causing you bloating. There's tons of, so again, how are you making the broth? I think we all agree. You can, this kind of stuff, this is the time of year where you're going to make, this is the time of year. I mean, for some of you, you've already been there, but in Florida right now, we got it's like 40s tonight. We're having, for a little bit, then it's in the 70s. So it's going to be more at night, but during the day, we're going to a little cool period. So mid 70s, it's beautiful. It's awesome. But then this is when we start doing more broths and stuff. And so this is kind of good, but just good ingredients, right? Good ingredients. Yeah, I don't mind pho and stuff, but if you have a really good place, and ingredients matter. Again, ingredients matter always. So there's always an asterisk. So this is my point. I'm just making this a point because just want to clarify. All right. Paul Stephen James, Henny James, my wife, has made beef rendang, curried kale, coconut water, poached egg, poached chicken, chicken chili. Dude. All right, there's a thing called punctuation, my guy. I'm going to give you a boo on that one. Just saying. Okay?
The little rascal has spirit.
All right. I need to be able to read this. So I appreciate the response. Let me see if I can get this down. Beef rendang, curried kale, coconut water. I'm trying to figure out where the commas are supposed to go. Poached chicken, and then a chili egg, or poached chicken chili and then an egg. Is there a chili egg? And I've got cauliflower rice as I'm type 2 diabetic. So whatever you're eating, the ingredients, I don't know where the commas or the punctuation goes, because the plate doesn't give me any more information, in my opinion. But you know what? Well done. Well done. You have a lovely wife. I'm glad she's taking care of you. But get some punctuation there. It works. Paul Smith, you know what? When you just leave a picture and I don't need a breakdown, that also helps too. I should be able to see that. It's a big fucking plate of steak. It's a big, we got steak. That's a big plate of steak. My man, Paul Smith, RIPS. Let's get into a couple Swole fan posts. I posted in the app, join us over at swolenormousx.com. What are you focusing on improving most this week? Don't be shy with those details. So the Swole fam dropped details, and I appreciate that. Brian says, I'm focusing on a structured routine. Since my surgery a month ago, I've had no reason to go to bed early and wake up early, meal prep, and crush the gym in a timely manner. I'm back to work in 2 weeks, and I want to hit the ground running, so even though I don't have the time constraints, I'm still going to bed at 8:30, waking up at 4:30, meal prep, and in the gym by 6 p.m. Good man. Good for you. James says, I'm restarting my 90-day dash. Consistency fell off. My workouts consisted of calisthenics and rucking, but it's a personal goal to actually complete it so I can move on to other workouts. Good. Consistency fell off. My workouts consisted of X, Y, and Z. Well, it sounds like you didn't stop working out. You just changed maybe what you were doing. Understand. So I appreciate the fact that you want to finish the program. What I definitely would love for you to do, James, if you're listening, is to post up in the community what you're doing, what your goals are, and maybe we can get you on. I know you want to finish it, and there's nothing wrong with finishing it. I think that's great. But based on what your goals are now with what you're doing and your exposure and what you're aware of the 90-day dash delivers, there could be something else that we would recommend. So maybe break it down a little bit more. If you don't mind, post up in the community again or show up on the show, or, posting up in the community is great because then we'll cover some of these topics when you're not able to catch it live. You can listen to the episode later and then get some feedback. But good stuff. Valiant goal, or very quality. Joanne says, I have adjusted and new exercises from the physio. I have very poor pelvic stability with certain movements, laying on my back with bent knees. I cannot lift the left foot at all without movement in the pelvis. I am fine on the right side, so my goal is to prioritize the new exercises I received. Been doing them for 2 days in a row, and then a yin yoga only day. Then on the 4th day, doing my weight training. I'll be doing this for a couple weeks. That's the plan. I will adjust according to fatigue, but I really need to correct this strength imbalance before it causes further injury. Agreed. You definitely don't want to. Once you get injured, you realize you don't want to be injured. Right? When you're healthy, you have 10,000 needs. When you're sick, you only have one. When you're injured, you only have one. That you want to not be injured anymore. This is why training smart, customizing everything, customizing your nutrition, individualizing getting as specific as you want to or need to for your training. My programming isn't for anyone else but for me. And I do things my way, and I'm always improving it. I'm adding stuff to it. I adjust it, but I'm really trying to fine tune based on really what I want to work on and where I think I have some weak points I could really improve. Michelle says, sleep. I need to break the stupid fucking habit of watching stupid shit on my iPad prior to going to sleep. You know the cliche, you can lead the horse to water. Warp, warp, warp. All right. Well, it happened. Prior to sleep, does that mean so I don't know, Michelle, are you live? I don't know if Michelle's watching live. Maybe are you bringing it to bed? So I would go, at least if you're watching something on your iPad, you can transition this to having a hard off time, but also you can turn it into red mode. It's still a screen, but if you turn it into red mode, you could adjust it in the color settings. If it has the option. Or you can also use blue blocking glasses. It's better that you change it to red. But that way, when the sun goes down, because it gets darker earlier, and we're gonna probably watch a movie or something while we eat, and we will adjust the coloring accordingly and the lights in the house, so we still enjoy things. Dinner and a movie by candlelight, so to speak. All right, let's get into some proof of gym. Denny's. Hashtag proof of gym. Crushed maximum swole legs #1 with the wife this morning. Hashtag stay swole. Yow, yow. Let's fucking go. Look at those gains. Look at those glutes. Wife's got some glutes, man. Both of you are looking fucking thick and juicy. Look at those quads, bro. Dennis, look at the quad show. Both of you looking awesome. Good for you. Good for you guys. Speaking of swole and awesome, Nicholas, newest addition to the home gym, the 7 Pillars flag based. I love my 7 Pillars flag. It's arguably my favorite flag. He goes, what a thing of beauty. Go to the fucking gym. Hashtag swole season. Biceps and gorillas. I concur. Good sir. Good sir. That is a fantastic flag.
He's on fire!
Great flag. Great flag. Great flag, great flex. And I don't know, dude. Is this Photoshop? What the fuck is trying to get out of your what the fuck is trying to get out of your forearm, dog?
What the fuck is that?
Holy shit. What in the fuck, dude? And that don't look like Photoshop. I don't know. I don't see the cable bending. Dude smuggling a grapefruit in your wrist flexors, dude. That is a fucking forearm, bro. You gotta switch hands. You gotta switch hands, dude. Good Lord. Switch hands, dog. You got 2 of them. We're tomahawk it or something. Just, damn, dude. Nah, it's a compliment. Ladies dig big pipes. It's true. All right, knowledge cock time. Let's go. Let's get into some questions. Hashtag ask Papa Swolio. Let's get it on. Yeah, look at those titties, boobies. All right.
What's in the box?
Dionysus. That's not how you spell Dionysus. Dionicus. Sketches. Whatever. You're maybe, I don't know, maybe not an adult. I don't know. What's your bicep routine? My bicep routine. Well, I train hard. I progressively overload. And I love focusing on, lately I've been doing a lot of, well, for a while I've been doing a big focus on forearms. I've been doing a lot of hammer curls. I've been doing reverse curls. And I have an old school Strive. It's like Prime, where you can adjust the strength curve. It's a Strive became Prime machines. So I have a Strive preacher curl. So I use it for a lot of my training. I'll do single arm preacher hammer curls, but I'll also do the Strive machine because I can load the beginning range of motion. So I'll do preacher curls, one arm, usually preacher curls on the machine, one arm or two arm, and a mix of other hammer curls and reverse curls. Like any kind of curl is great, but I think it's just for more advanced people. It really depends on what areas you want to work on. So if you really want to build up the brachioradialis, the muscle right here on the top of the forearm, it makes your arm look bigger if you have a thicker brachioradialis. And that gets loaded great with like standing hammer curls, or even preacher hammer curls, but reverse curls are fantastic. Reverse hammer curls are fantastic for that muscle. But you just want to get stronger at any kind of curling. Pick one and do it, but prioritize it. So what I also do is sometimes instead of, I either do my biceps and triceps, I do my arms on a separate day from my upper body day, either in between, like I do a short, like today I just did some forearms, bis and tris, and that was it. And like a little bit of like some calves, but I just did like some anterior stuff. So today was kind of like an off day, but I treat it like an arm day because I want to do it. Even though I trained yesterday, I did chest, back, and shoulders. I wanted to do another workout, but instead of doing biceps and triceps last on my upper body day, because I can move them earlier, but it'll take away from my other movements, I'd rather just do chest, back, and shoulders on yesterday, and then today, just bis and tris. So even though it's just one day later, it's also, I'm not doing a lot of volume. So I did less yesterday, so I'm less fatigued for today. And then I get a fresh start. I had a sleep, I had, some time to recover, and then I can hit it today and go all out. And then either tomorrow or the next day, I do legs. Or I'll do biceps and triceps, or biceps before leg day. So sometimes I'll, depending on how I feel, and it really depends on the day, what I feel like doing and how my muscles are working. So if my triceps, let's say today I was doing arms, but I did chest, I did pullovers, I did some upper body yesterday. If my triceps were a little, I almost didn't do them. But if I'm sore, or if I did some triceps, maybe I just threw in some triceps yesterday, I did a lot of pressing for whatever reason, I might just do biceps the next day. Or I wouldn't just have a day and just do biceps. I would just do either legs the next day or legs the day after that, whatever is in my program. And then I would just do biceps and like forearms before I do legs, because it's not fatiguing. So as long as you're prioritizing and pick a couple movements, but I would do a mix of, I wouldn't ignore for a long time. I've been doing hammer curls for a while, but I never really liked them in the past. But I think what a lot of people don't realize is how important it is to train your forearms. And what I mean by forearms is not just like extensions and curls. Like that's where you get tendonitis. That's where people get elbow pain, either medial or lateral epicondylitis. People get those kinds of pains because either they just do curls, they never train their forearms, they get repetitious, just grip, 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 or they just do extensions and then curls, and they're not doing pronations, full range, and then supinations, like with an arm, and then they're not doing like radial work, and they're not standing and doing ulnar work. They're not doing all the different movements of the forearm. They're not using rice buckets. So they get imbalances, and you have chronic. If you're training all those different directions hard and giving them intent, you're going to be able to do all sorts of curls better. So my point being, a lot of people just do supination. They'll do like open arm, and you guys might feel this if you're doing like a lot of single arm preacher curls and you're doing full supination like this, right? And you're not doing other forearm work like on the side, like focused. Sometimes you get pain, because you'll just get pain like on the inside of your elbow, just from like all that, it can be from the supinator or from the pronator getting overstretched a lot of times, or the supinator, like you'll get those other forearm muscles that kind of get overworked if you're just only doing like open palm, completely supination, end range, full contraction, full stretch. If you're only going one direction, if you're not practicing pronation, if you're not practicing all those other movements, like we talk about a lot, it's the weak link that can lead to elbow pain. That usually is the reason why you're getting elbow pain and these types of things. And then the biceps get very simple because you're strong in those different ranges. So if your grip is weak, you can use wrist wraps and stuff, but you really want to be able to do hammer curls without wraps. You want to be able to do these things. But whenever someone, just to clarify before we move on to the next question, is a lot of people always ask me about wrist wraps. And I think wrist wraps are great. Even if you're doing hammer curls and you're trying to work your brachioradialis and your biceps, then you don't care that much about your forearm muscles for that. So use wrist wraps so you can target these muscles that cross the elbow and focus on that. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't only use wraps. If you're using wraps, make sure in your programming, you're also doing, you're training those muscles and those directions for the grip separately. Maybe in that moment with that exercise, you don't want that to be the weakest link. You want to focus there, but then make this the strongest link that way. it's not an issue, is my point. So if you're using wraps for something, like I'm doing T-bar rows, I'm using wraps. Well, what about your grip strength? Well, I train my grip strength. I train my grip strength specifically so I can use wraps for the T-bar rows. I can do some reps with the T-bar rows. I can do some reps without wraps, but not as many as I could do with wraps, because I'm not trying to train my grip with a T-bar row. I'm trying to train my traps and my posterior deltoid. Like I'm pulling that. That's an upper back row. That's not a forearm row. That's not a grip row. And you could do both. You can, like just doing farmer's carries and stuff. Like all those things are really good. They're really good for your grip strength. Grip strength is one of the most important things. If not, it's arguably the most important thing, especially as you get older, because if you're going to fall or trip and fall, a lot of you have parents or maybe you yourself or other people that you know, when they trip and fall, they break their hip. So grip strength is one of the best predictors of longevity, because if you stumble and you have balance, you practice yoga, you practice strength training, you have control of your body. If you go to fall and you have muscle mass and bone density, let's say you can't catch yourself and you fall, boom, you might hurt yourself temporarily, but you're going to recover, or you land on muscle or meat and it's like, boom, like you land on your butt and you do like 500-pound squats. You're like, boom, boom, like, oh man, you're not going to break your fucking hip. As you get older, maybe not squatting 500 pounds, but you get the point. Plus you have grip strength and you can reach out and grab a wall or grab a table. You're rarely going to fall. And if you do, you should learn and know how to fall, and you kind of tumble and catch your balance, that kind of stuff. So in other words, you improve your risk, you decrease your risk dramatically. You improve your risk profile dramatically by grip strength. And whenever and it just reminded me, because I have a full priority focus on, forearm strength and doing that stuff right now with like pronations and stuff with club work and stuff. I'm always into that. I've always been into that for a long time, for years. And as a result of all that, I really think, everyone should really, like, especially dudes, even ladies, you don't have to have like massive, you're not gonna get massive forearms, but when you train it as a priority, everything in every other exercise and every other movement, from your pressing movements, your rowing movements, everything will improve dramatically, even with wraps, when you do your forearm training, when you do full pronation, supination training, and radial and ulnar deviation work. Very important. Very important. But use the straps when you're trying to train body parts where the grip would be the weakest link. If you're deadlifting hundreds and hundreds of pounds, yeah, you can deadlift more if you use straps. Those are tools. But that's, those are more specific for people that are targeting those areas. It's all important. They're all important. So that's the biggest misconception, is that, if you use straps, you don't care about your grip. It's like, well, if I want to train my grip, I'm going to train my fucking grip. And it's a great way to warm up, doing like, you warm up with your forearms, and I do like one hard set for like each thing with my arm axe, and like, you can do different weights. You can use a hammer, you can use a kettlebell, but I do like one hard set before every workout. I try to do it for every day. If I miss a day, it's fine. I don't sweat, or if I feel a little bit, but I'm always doing it. It's great. Just coats of pain, but I do like one real hard set every day, or, 5-6 days a week, at least, maybe 1 or 2 sets every day or every other day or so. Papa Swole, which company is the best creatine? I don't think there is a best creatine, but a good quality creatine monohydrate. I use one that sources CreaPure, which I like, and is a really clean quality creatine. So take that for what it's worth, but I have it on the Amazon store. Creatine's great. Okay, 1024. Papa Swole, what's your take on ice plunges? I have a cold plunge. I've had it for a few years. I've had it since 2021. Wow. It's actually been 4 years. Wow. Yeah. So I used it regularly. Like I had it on as cold it could possibly get, maxing it out. I was doing it for like, I was pushing myself and like longer. And then and it was just like, every morning, first thing, it was like out to the plunge. I was really into it. And I kind of got it, the addicted, you get the high to it. And then I kind of fell out of the routine of doing it. Like once I did a lot, I was like, okay, I didn't like doing it really, really cold. I don't want to get too much into the whole story, but like my opinion has adapted. Like I went all in on it. I got a sauna. Like I still use them all, well. I use my cold plunge regularly, or I'll dip my face in it a lot. That I really do like. And in the summer, to help me get through longer workouts when it's outside or workouts and cool me down, I like to sometimes jump in the cold plunge like a little bit before I train. I'll warm back up just to kind of wake me up. Nothing like crazy, or I'll just dunk my face in. But I think cold plunges are good. I think when I use it now, I keep it at like 50 degrees. So I've 48 to 50, it fluctuates. So if I go in, I do it when I want to feel like good. I don't do it for 3 minutes. I don't do it for 5 minutes. I don't like try. I mean, I don't do that anymore. I don't try to do 6 minutes and then try to do 7 and then try to do a little bit colder. I think the same thing with the sauna, and there's some recent, popular opinions and research on like the sauna going too hot, like longer and hotter. I used to be like, yeah, do it as long and as high as you can. Well, it gets to a point where, like, diminishing returns. Like, you don't need to go so hot. You could do less and get the same benefits. The same thing, I look at all this kind of like the same thing with reps, right? Do you try to hit that last rep? Like, do you try to get that last rep, that failure where like you can't push it and you just do like a couple partials, like you can't get the rep and then, or like, like you got rep number 7 up and like if you attempted 8, like you probably wouldn't get it. So instead of like attempting it like and fighting for like 10 seconds and like getting a couple millimeters and struggling and you're going to shit yourself and then you drop the weight, you just leave off that last rep. So it's like that. I go into the cold plunge at 50 degrees or something and it feels great. And then, I breathe, I allow myself to relax. Sometimes I'm in there for a minute or two. I don't time it anymore. I just like, when I feel like getting out, I'm like, all right, that's good. And I get out and it's refreshing. So that's all I use it for, or I'll dunk my face in it. It's actually, I really use it for a lot, or we always use it, injuries. You burn yourself on a stove, or like, I just banged like the fuck out of my finger. Like, I'll just jam it in the cold plunge. Just like for the immediate like swelling. It's just so convenient. Just jam my like a cut or something, or you bang your leg, or you got like, I don't know, something burned you or sliced it, like just right in the cold plunge, just instant ice. So it's good for like emergency care too. So my take is do it for enjoyment. Don't do it right after a workout. Don't lift heavy weights and then go into a cold plunge. If anything, do it before or earlier in the day, or separate them as far as possible. But I wouldn't do it after a heavyweight training session. Not on the same day, personally. I don't do it on the same day. If anything, it's on an off training day for me, or earlier in the day before I'm training. Just some thoughts. Patricia Mazq, do I drink milk? I do. Raw cow and raw goat milk. I had some raw goat kefir earlier. I try to get the cow milk. I prefer, if it's A2, I'll opt for that, or that's what like sheep milk and goat milk. It's just easier to digest for many people. So, but I like a lot of times like the raw milk I can't have too much, I notice, but I'm better with kefir and I'm better with yogurt and raw cheese and raw cream. I try to make sure I'm not doing a ton, but I digest raw. I never really digested dairy that well until I started implementing raw dairy. Now I can handle most, even if I have like other dairy that's not raw, like I can handle it better just because I built up the ability with raw dairy and the bacterial profile in my gut and everything. I'm assuming just like I used to have issues with it. Unpasteurized, like just raw milk and quality milk. Grass-fed milk has just been a game changer. Lady Luck Louisa, which oils, butters, fats do you recommend? Tallow, grass-fed butter, and what oils, butters, fats? For anything? I mean, depends, but like coconut oil you can use for certain things if you need to. I mean, I know some people are on a big olive oil kick. Like, I used to use a lot of olive oil. I don't. I'm not like vehemently like, don't use olive oil, but don't cook with it. I don't recommend that. We use butter and tallow. You could use ghee, but we use butter and tallow to cook. That's it. Christian Kaznovsky, can I break a plateau with maintenance calories, or do I need to bulk? That's a good question. I mean, different people, of course, are going to say different things. But what kind of plateau are you talking about? If you're talking about strength plateau, yes, you don't need to consume in a surplus for the proper stimulus. That's because your body has fuel. Like, fat is stored fuel. Like, your body can access more energy. What you need is proper recovery from the stimulus. Now, nutrition and vitamins and minerals and things like that help with like bodily functions, but like we're talking about the actual stimulus. Yeah, you can break a strength plateau with maintenance calories. You could build in a deficit. So the calories are not the important thing. What's going to come more down to it is going to be like the protein that you're getting, the quality of the protein. Because as we know, 20 grams of protein is not 20 grams of protein. 20 grams of protein from what? You okay, buddy? You all right? Oh, I thought he made it. I couldn't tell. Oh, Mama Swole was in the kitchen. I thought he was going to. Look at that cute boy. Look at that cute boy. He's a teensy man. Teensy boy. Oh, Mr. Mustard, man. I thought I heard a sound that he was going to puke, but he wasn't. So you can build in a deficit. So it's like, okay, a calorie deficit, but not all calorie deficits are the same. It's not just, okay, well, I'm eating X amount of protein, X amount of carbs, X amount of fat. But then we also know, okay, where are you getting the protein from? 20 grams of fucking beans is not the same as 20 grams of protein from steak. We know that. Fact. 20 enough broccoli. Well, if I eat all this broccoli, I can get 20 grams of protein. Okay, and 10 pounds of broccoli, or I can just eat like 3 bites of steak. So big difference about where the protein's coming from. Yeah, so breaking a plateau, I don't know what kind of plateau you're talking about. Strength or weight loss or whatever. I'm assuming strength, and yes, you don't need to bulk. You just need to have sufficient. You need to have sufficient, muscle glycogen, X, Y, and Z. You do not need to be in a surplus at all. You could be around a maintenance and you could be around a deficit. But just, all these other details matter. Like when people say that, it's all true. You can. Right? You can build muscle while you're getting fat as fuck. That means you have enough. You're just adding on extra fat. Like you don't need to eat that much. You're overeating. You're gaining weight. You're gaining fat. You don't want to put on fat. That's the whole point. Now you need fat for for vitamins, like certain vitamins or minerals or whatever, right? You need fat for function. We know that. But you don't need so much extra nutrition and energy and calories and fat and carbs and protein. You don't need 400 grams of fucking protein if you weigh $160. You don't need 400 grams of protein. You don't need to eat 6 times a day and have like 2 weight gainer shakes and fucking, you eat 6 times a day and you have 5 shakes. Like, no wonder people are like, well, when I eat all this whey protein makes me fart or protein farts. Because you're eating 400 fucking grams of protein a day. You're just sucking down artificial powdered protein all day. You're eating protein donuts and, ooh, it's protein pizza. And yeah, I know you can make these things with chicken crust and you get the point. But it's like, oh, I protein this and protein. Everything has to be like protein. You can't even have fucking pancakes. Someone can't eat a fucking pancake without making it a protein fucking pancake. It's like, eat a pancake. You're the same as the vegan cheese people. It's not a fucking pancake. It's a flat piece of protein. I'd rather eat my protein in the form of a fucking steak. Don't put protein in my fucking pancakes. Give me a fucking pancake. If I want a pancake, give me a fucking pancake. If I want a steak, give me a fucking, if I want protein, give me a steak. A protein cookie. That's why your cookie tastes like shit. That's why your cookies taste like shit. It's a protein cupcake and it tastes like a protein cupcake. It sucks. When you say, ooh, this is so good, it's good for protein cupcakes, which are gross. That's like saying you're the fucking all-star sixth grade soccer team. It's like, yeah, and they all suck. So, you're the best worst. Great. This is the best protein pancake I've ever had in my life. Which means it's edible. It tastes the least like cardboard. All right, balls deep. We're gonna do We're going balls deep. We're doing new releases. I don't think we're gonna do. Do we have any shit videos? I don't know if we're gonna do. Depends on what we got. We'll do that one. We'll do one of them because they're 30 seconds. We'll do one of them. The other one is going to be a little bit long. We're not going to do that one. So we're going to do some releases. So let's get into the releases. Join us, swolenormousx.com. SwoleNumberSex.com, now live in the app. Let's go. Speaking of which, this is so funny, but it's different. It's different. This is so funny. Sweet potato waffles. I just raged. On protein pancakes. So look, it is, protein cookies or burgers. Okay, now this is sweet potato waffles. Now this is what I'm talking about. Because if you're having pancakes, you don't need your protein in the pancakes. You know why? Because you could have bacon. You could have bacon and eggs. That's what the fuck I'm saying, people. You could have bacon and egg. Like, that's your protein. Have some milk or kefir like you're eating a meal. There you go. There are foods that are made with good protein. So, right? I'm just saying, sweet potato waffles. If you're eating waffles, you want a carb. I'm talking about from the macro standpoint. Well, if you're going to make waffles, make them with a sweet potato. You get your carb. I want my protein to be a protein. I want my protein to be, put your protein, your fat. You can put fat, butter, but get your protein and egg. I just want a nice little rant there. I don't care what you do with your waffles or your protein. Like, just don't eat shit that fucks you up. And if you're getting fucked up in your stomach and your gut and everything feels like shit, then stop eating some of these things that are fucking you up. I'm going to eat garbage. I'm going to eat a sweet potato. Put in your waffle. Fine. You want to put in your fucking waffle? Put in your waffle. Here's a recipe for it. All right. Featured Swole class. Swole for hips. Number 2. Biatch.
Hadouken!
All right. Featured class. Now available on SwoleNumberSex.com. Swollen 7 Steel Club Round 3. Gorillas for me. We also have, oh, look at me. Look at me. I put on some muscle. You're looking a little, that's less jacked. That's less swole, Papa Swole. No, I'm even bigger. Yeah, we get jacked. America. Legs Ignite number 6. So good stuff. Now available inside the Swolenormous app. Join us today, SwoleNumberSex.com. We got new yoga. We got new merch. We got an announcement. Let's do that video. I hear the steak sizzling. I'm about to lose my fucking mind. So let's keep rolling. This one is called White Women. White women. White women.
Women are being more insufferable than usual, and it's all thanks to fat phobia and how it's somehow just okay to be fat phobic. Like, it's just outwardly. Like, I log onto this app and I see way many videos of people just being like, I'm scared to put on weight, or like, here's all these diet tips, or like, basically like just calling fat people ugly. Like that.
You must be on the Disney section of the internet. You're just like, I see. I go on the internet and I see just people saying that fat people shouldn't be fat and you should go to the gym and someone's ugly. Oh, I go on the internet. Yeah. I don't know what internet. I don't know what the parental password is on your phone, but if you figure out that child-proof unlock on your phone, oh, you'll see the real internet. You'll see the real internet. I thought she had Down syndrome for a second. Just saying. Just an observation. I'm not calling her ugly. They're nice people. They're the nicest people. That's why I don't think she has Downs. I thought she did, though. And I'm just making an observation. All right. We got more. Let's do this. Fam, this is where you access all this amazing content. You know where to go. SwoleNumberSex.com. Download the Swolenormous app. Your entire fitness experience in the palm of your hand. App Store, Google Play. Download the Swolenormous app today. Join us. Come on, we got more releases. Let's fucking go. Download the app and join the greatest fam in the realm, because you're not going to want to miss it this week. Because guess what? We'll do merch last. Coming up this Thursday is Rise and Swole 94. 9:30 a.m. this Thursday, November the 13. Bitches, let's go. Let's fucking go. Round table. All right, who's ready? Who's ready for the RT? I know you are. But what am I? I'm ready for Roundtable 94, biatch. Thursday, November 13th, 9:30. Mark your Swole calendars. We'll see you then. It's going to be great. This Thursday, 9:30 a.m. All right, new yoga. New yoga for the app.
What's in the box?
Here we go. Yin Restore with props. Oh, yeah. All levels. Now available in the app. All levels. Yin Restore with props with Alex. Brand new class. Never before done. Never before gained. Never before swole. Never before. Never before. And we'll have that roundtable. I'm not seeing the roundtable link that's up, but that'll be up probably later tonight. We'll have the roundtable link up on the homepage. So Yin Restore with props, fantastic. Roundtable this Thursday, 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. All right, let's give away the Swole card. No, before we do, let's give away the Swole card and then we'll do merch. Just edging you. I'm edging you. We got to give the Swole card away. Hashtag Swole. Let's go. You guys dropped in the comments. Hashtag Swole. Hashtag Swole. You didn't make sick fucking gains. You didn't make sick fucking gains. You didn't make sick fucking gains. Today's winner is the great Dr. Delta. The great Dr. Delta to the main stage. Aaron, is that correct? You are the great Dr. Delta, apparently. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, swolecard 3476 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Good stuff. Good stuff. Congrats. All right, fam. That being said, we have the final release of the day. Who's ready for merch? Now available. papaswolio.com in 3, 2,
What's in the
1.
box?
Fuck your pumpkin spice. Fuck your peppermint mocha. Fuck your resolutions. Fuck your pink drink. Fuck your candy corn. Fuck your candy canes. There we go.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
They're gross. Stop it. Stop it. They're gnar. Absolutely gnartastic. Gross. Just fuck your candy canes. Now I think when I start promoting this holiday season, I have a feeling this might need a disclaimer. This might need a disclaimer. I'm hoping I don't get a lot of DMs and videos and Papa Swolio, you've been arrested for inciting mass candy cane penetrations. 17 people have died. Oh no, I feel so bad that I made this merch. Because people are going to fuck their candy canes. They can't put a resolution up their holes, but they can put a candy cane in there. I'm sure they have. Now I'm curious. All right. Fuck your candy canes. Go and check it out, popsoy.com. They're gross. They're gross. And some of them are even more gross. Some are less gross than others, but they're all gross. They're all pretty gross. Yeah. Peppermint diabetes sticks. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. I think the only thing worse than candy canes are like, and they're technically candy canes, just like the individually plastic, like the mints that are at like the bank, like the cubes, you know, or the ones, oh God, the fucking cube ones that used to be at restaurants and they're like the crumbs at the bottom. You have that little fucking spoon. And like, you know that spoon was touched by like, they just rubbed that on like the ass of like 70 Somalians or something, you know, and then they shipped it across like in a wooden crate to the United States. And then It's just like dragged behind like just in an open air truck driving through like New Jersey, and then a bunch of, I don't know, it's taken down to like downtown fentanyl in Philly, and then just spit on by crackheads. You know, those like spoons, those like mint spoons. That's what I look at. That's what I think. That's like the same kind of like bacterial growth that's under the metal slat in those big gumball machines where it spins all the way down at the movie theater, and you know they never clean the inside of those. Because how often do you go through 17,000 gumballs? What, once a decade? The movie theater is out of business before those gumballs are gone. It's never cleaned on the insides. It's never opened. Who knows how many fingers have just fucked it is. Shower thoughts? Anyone? Fam. Took a detour. I'm smelling food. I'm starting to get really hungry, so I'm leaving. Fam, go make some food gains. Go to the gym if you haven't yet. My God, it's fucking almost 8 o'clock East Ties. What are you doing with your lives? Fuck your candy canes for sure. Lacey says in Portland they have public water fountains people wash their ass in. Oh, that's, yeah, well, wow. Fantastic. Excellent. Care for a refreshment? Gross. All right. On that note, I'm going to go eat some steak, and I'm going to love it. Fam, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Join us on enormousx.com. Check out those new releases. App is updated, and we'll see you then. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swole. Out.
Need a straight jacket, cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like,
yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.